does he do for a living? Does he drive? What kind of car does he drive? Blah, blah. I'm just like, what? So the first thing that I would say life in South Africa has taught me is boundaries. Like, if you want to live here and you want to have peace of mind, you absolutely need to have boundaries. It's a total necessity. Okay. So why is this, guys? I feel like South Africans have very strong personalities. And like I said earlier, I'm not saying this to throw shade at anyone. If anything, I feel like this is even like a good thing because it just means that people are confident and everything. However, sometimes these strong personalities can translate as a lack of boundaries, or they can translate as people being very intrusive, right? And I don't know whether it's a cultural thing or whether it's just like the friendliness that is here, but South Africans will ask you questions. They will ask you questions. I have had people around me, new people around me, who would ask me questions that would make me like, okay, why are you asking? Do you get? And coming from Nigeria, I feel like the people who overstep boundaries and ask you some questions in Nigeria are people who they are already in your life, but you're not just that close to them that they would ask you. If you come to this country, people who you just met that day will ask you these questions. And so you kind of need to already have the mindset of, okay, what am I able to answer? What am I not able to answer? What are my boundaries in terms of the information I want to share about myself? Let me give you like 2 examples, right? Firstly, when I was in honors here, I remember like, I think the first or second time I was meeting my classmates, somebody was already asking me, oh, do you have a boyfriend? What does he do for a living? Does he drive? What kind of car does he drive? Blah, blah. I'm just like, why? Kilode, all this information for what? Guys, like, it was just a lot. And I'm just like, this is somebody I have just met. And they don't know me yet. They're not trying to take it easy. I know they're trying to be friendly. I know they're trying to be nice. But like, hit the brakes, darling. Like, let's take you one step at a time. We're not besties yet. Or when I got married, for example, this was like around about a year into my marriage, and I was meeting this person for the very first time, and they were already asking me about kids and just all the things. Do you have kids? Why don't you have kids? When are you planning to have kids? I'm not saying that you need to start being nasty to people because you don't want to answer certain questions. But if you already know your boundaries, if you already know what you want to share and what you don't want to share, then it would help you navigate situations like this better. Because if you are just like taken aback by these questions, like in utter and complete shock, there are 2 tendencies. Either you have a very rude response because you're like, why are you asking me all these questions? Or you refuse to establish boundaries, and then you just start talking and sharing things that you genuinely are not ready to share in that, friendship or situation or whatever. So the important thing is to have boundaries, like already know your boundaries, because if you don't, guys, you become a pushover in this country. It's either you become a pushover or you make a lot of enemies if you don't have boundaries in this country. Have your boundaries, respect your boundaries, and know how to respectfully enforce your boundaries. The second thing that I can say that life in South Africa has taught me and has kind of like changed who I am as well is respecting other people. Like, this country will teach you how to genuinely respect other people. You don't know respect until you have to deal with people from different backgrounds. Now, I thought Nigeria was diverse. I mean, we have so many cultures in Nigeria and everything, but upon getting here, I realized that this is diversity, because you don't just have South Africans from different parts of the country, you have people from other countries as well coming into this space and trying to do life peacefully, right? And the truth is, with a mix of people from different places, you also get, different personalities, different cultures, different norms. And that's like a big word for me, because what is a norm, what is normal for you might not be normal for other people, right? And so if you come here with that mindset of, my way or the highway, whether it's because of your cultural or religious beliefs, you find that you are not able to make a lot of friends, or you're just constantly stepping on the wrong toes and getting into trouble. You can't be so closed off to everybody else's realities and you think yours is the only way. And so living here has just helped me to understand better that I don't have to agree with people's lifestyle. I don't have to agree with the way that they do things, but that does not take away the fact that I have to respect them. You have to respect people. You can't go around like eyeing people or being nasty to people or giving nasty responses to people that you come across almost every day because they are from another race or from another culture that believes in one thing or the other. Nobody is saying that you should drop your beliefs and totally say, oh yeah, that's the right way. Nobody is saying you should exalt someone else's way of life above your own. No, but you can respect people. If you don't, don't, you will struggle to build community here. If you don't, you'll struggle to get things done here, like basic things, right? Respect would eventually help you build love, build community, and all the other things. But respect is a good place to start. So now let's move on to number 3, guys. The third thing I'll say that I have learned in this country, in South Africa, is money management, financial intelligence. Guys, see, if you don't have financial intelligence in this country, you will track back to where you came from, honestly. Because one of the great things that South Africa has going on for it is production, right? These people here, they take production very seriously. So you find that there are a lot of great brands, and I'm not just saying, they make substandard things. Like, the things in South Africa would make you proud of being an African, like the products and the quality of the products. I'm talking food, I'm talking fashion, I'm talking home stuff, I'm talking lifestyle stuff. Like, they have amazing brands in this country. Guys, see, South Africa has amazing brands, okay? And because of that, you have options. Like, this is not a country where you want something and the first thing you have to think of is how to import it. I know that in Nigeria there's a lot of that because we don't do a lot of production like in-house, so we import a lot of things. And because like in Nigeria, you would even think that, before I start ordering this thing online, then paying for shipping, then paying customs, it will discourage you from buying certain things. But here, like, all you need to do when you think about something is go to the store that sells it, or the stores even, because now you have choices again. It is very easy to forget how to manage money. It's very easy to become very reckless with money. There's also a very good working credit system in this country, so you're able to get a credit card, of course depending on who you are and what kind of documentation you have and stuff like that. You're able to get a credit card. And you also are able to get store credit from like a lot of stores. So even if you don't have an actual credit card, you're able to register with like your favorite stores and have a store account. So for example, if you buy something that is worth 500 rands, you can decide that you're going to be paying 50 rands monthly because you already have an account with the store. There are just many, many ways that you can spend money. If you're looking for a place to spend money, be coming to this country. You will not run out of options when it comes to spending money. Because of that, guys, like, you can easily fall into debt. You can easily start living a lifestyle that does not make sense or that you are not supposed to. You need to learn money management. You need to be financially intelligent. You need to understand delayed gratification, and that is something that I've had to practice a lot in this country. If I buy everything that I see and I like, then I'm not going to have any money saved up. I'm not going to have anything. And I feel like one of the worst things that can happen to you is being in a country that's not even your home country, where your family that you grew up around does not even live in that country, and you're having financial issues or you don't have any savings. What if something happens to you and you have to run away? Like, which money will you use? It's a lot. So I think it's just very important that financial intelligence is something that you hold there if you're going to live in South Africa. And I'm very thankful that I have grown to be more financially intelligent, more deliberate about managing my finances. Now, the fourth and final thing that I want to share that South Africa has taught me and that has changed about me is the fact that I now know the value of enjoying and exploring where you are. Guys, this country is going to teach you that you do not have to hop on a 12-hour flight before you have a wholesome holiday experience. Now, if you haven't seen my video where I talked about, I think, 5 things that I love about living in South Africa, I'm going to link it here, and I'm also going to leave the link in the description box of this video so that you can go watch it. In that video, I talked about how that I love the way that this country is taken care of in terms of like tourism, and how you just have options for tourism in this country. Like, you have options, you have so many places to go. Every province has a place for you, and it's not just places to go, but it's properly managed places, guys. Coming from Nigeria, and again, I say this, I'm not trying to, bash anybody's culture or anything. I'm just spitting facts, right? I grew up in Nigeria. Most of my life I've spent in Nigeria. Growing up in Nigeria, you'd want to go to certain places, certain tourist destinations, right? And just the thought of the roads, or how you've heard some things about the place and how it's not properly managed, or how dangerous it is to travel by road, like, those things will scare you away from traveling, right? Security issues, all kinds of things. But here, you don't even have to think about all those things. And that's one thing I love about this country. And so South Africa has taught me that, like, I can really enjoy experiences where I am. I can look around me and look for the things that can be enjoyed, and I don't have to delay enjoyment. I don't have to delay that feeling of being on a holiday till when I have like a lump sum of money that I can throw into some visa and ticket to go to another country. I mean, they have beautiful game reserves, they have beautiful beaches, they have beautiful everything. Honestly, just everything is beautiful, right? So I know now that even if I find myself in another country tomorrow, I would want to research all the places that I can go to there, like all the local activities that I can enjoy before I even start trying to buy tickets and fly to another country. Because that's just how good South Africa is in convincing you that you can enjoy and explore where you are. So guys, those are the 4 things that I wanted to share in this video. Now I have a question for you that I want you to please answer in the comment section. Have you relocated from the place where you were born and raised, the place where you grew up? And if so, then what are the new habits or the new traits that you've had to develop so that you can live and cope and thrive in this new space that you find yourself, right? I would really love to hear about that. So please leave your answers in the comments and I'll definitely be engaging with you guys. Also, if you live in South Africa and you have anything to say about any of the things I have said now, please, I would actually like to hear it.
This is not your free pass to come and insult me, okay?
I have said at the beginning and middle of this video that everything I say here, I'm just saying honestly. I'm not trying to pull down anybody's culture. I'm not trying to say that people are somehow, in essence. I'm just saying what it is. And also, if you're Nigerian and you're offended by the fact that I said we can't really travel within the country, let's not lie to ourselves. Let's be honest, okay? Let's not lie.